I'll call the meeting to order.
The meeting has been posted according to open meeting laws.
Roll call.
President Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Alexander.
Here.
Trustee Holm.
Here.
Trustee Nugent. Here. Trustee Renucci.
Here.
Trustee Smalley.
Here.
Trustee Wisniewski.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, our first item is a closed session, but we do have a citizen here who would like to do citizen participation, and as this closed session item may take a little bit of time, I'd like to allow her to go ahead and go, and then we'll come back. We did inform some people that we would have a closed session, so we'll do a second citizen participation when we come back. Is that okay with everybody? Sure. Okay, so I'm not going to read my whole blurb, so ma'am, if you'd like to come on up and just hit the button, state your name and address for us, please. The little people icon one, yeah. There you go.
Hi, my name is Roseanne Wall, and I live across the street from Jones Groceries and More. And he has a light that flashes right into my bedroom window. It stays on from 9 o'clock at night until 6 in the morning. I'd gone over there to see if I could talk to him on July 9th, July 11th, July 13th, and the 17th, and the employees keep telling me that he's never in. So I talked to the building inspector, Scott, and I set up a meeting with him to come over and take a look at the problem, and that was on the 29th and the 30th. On the next, he never showed up. I waited until 10 o'clock, and the next day, I called him and asked him what was going on, and he said he was over there at the store, and he said the light wasn't flashing in the road. I don't care about the road. I just want the light to stop beaming in my bedroom window. So I wanted him to come over and take a look for himself, and he's never done that. So I don't know what to do next.
So I'll talk with staff and see if we can get you an answer, okay?
Appreciate it.
Okay, and do we have her contact information so we can follow up? Okay, Lori, yeah, okay. All right. Thank you for coming to tell us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So I think what we'll do, well, hang on, is there anything on the agenda that we could jump to for Doug?
He's got a quarterly report.
Is there anything else that on the agenda for you, Doug? I don't want to make you stick around if we don't. But let's take the airport manager report real quick. That's okay? Third to last item there. And then we'll do closed session.
Okay, hello, how you guys doing? Just had a quick little summary on a few of the highlights on our report. Obviously, that, like I said, everybody read through it. Grass has been something that we've been ongoing. It's everybody having the same problem with the grass growing. So we're trying to keep ahead of that. It's looking really nice out there. It's not a dry desert anymore, which is really nice. clean, or fuel sales have been relatively steady. They have their ups and downs, but the EAA, with my next report, I'm going to have a report as far as how much we went through on that event, which was a very good amount. We had a nice, steady flow of people in there, and a very good feedback for the airport as far as the changes we've done in there. So a lot of positive thoughts on that. As far as the FBO, we've updated some things in there, and that's part of the end. I'd like anybody that would like to come out and take a look at it. It's open invitation to take a tour out there, see the changes that we've done in the FBO. A lot of the other stuff is fuel farm maintenance, cleaning, filters that are being taken care of every year. Hangar maintenance, that's another big problem, is a lot of painting and prepping for making that place look a little bit nicer. They're very old hangars, so they are starting to look a little shabby, so we're trying to get a handle on that too. Got a couple other things there. The grounds too. Trees have been, I think I've had on several reports that I'm doing maintenance and cleaning tree lines, which is another full-time project out there, which, as time permits, you out and clean some more trees off and pile them up. And we should be having a pretty good-sized bonfire out there at some point, but kind of wait and see. We'll see if we get some beer out there at that time. But like I said, the fuel sales have been up and down. The EAA was a big success. The RNC was not a big success for us. We had a lot of people wanting to come in, but they had flight restrictions going on, which kind of hindered us at certain times. A little bit of excitement over us with the fighter jets chasing a couple guys, but luckily they didn't come out of our airport, so very happy about that. Last we had, originally when I wrote up the quarterly report, we were looking at courtesy cars. We had a lot of people asking about courtesy cars off and on, and it was kind of a big thing at the beginning. Since we had the fly-in, I had to talk with Jason about it. I said, to be honest, the money that was spent, that we would spend on a courtesy car, I would highly recommend we hold off on that and see if we get any more interest on it. We have a wonderful person out there now, that Adam Schreiber, does a wonderful job. I've checked with him every so many weeks to make sure that he's doing his part, and even talking to people that have used him and been very happy with him. So it's no expense to us to have him out there. A local business is getting some work, and like I said, we don't have to have the liability of a car right now. Like I said, unless something changes in the near future where there's a bigger call for it, I would suggest we kind of back off on that if we could. So we also have a gentleman that's interested in renting the hangar for a maintenance facility, which we're going to be getting some more information. Jason and myself had met with him, talked with him. Seems very interested. We're kind of waiting to see if we get some numbers together, but that's something that's coming up also. So, any questions?
I just had one question. So you got the fuel flowage. If we can do like a year-over-year comparison, I know last year we took, I think it was like June or July when we started it, but if we can get a year-over-year comparison on it?
Yep, sure.
Kind of nice to see. Thanks.
Yep.
I had one question, Doug. I'm just curious. I know there was talk about that big snow machine that we had out there. Where is that right now?
It's in the FBO, in the hangar at the FBO.
So it doesn't, I guess my question is if somebody uses the hangar for maintenance, then we're going to have to find a different place for that snow blower?
Eventually, this gentleman is starting off small, so he would be happy with only using half the hangar at this point. So,
And the capital plan is eventually a construction of a snow removal equipment.
Right,
building.
but I was just
Yeah.
wondering at what the time frame was and if that was going to
yeah,
kind of be
it's
a
something that
problem.
was discussed, and he would be very happy with only going half, so.
I just wanted to say thank you for going around on those fire inspections and introducing yourself. I mean,
yes.
that's a huge part of just the outreach and improving our relationship with the hangar owners, so thank you.
There was a lot of skepticism at first, people thinking I was just going out there to shut them down, and I explained to them also that everybody knew I was out there to introduce myself and to be a little nosy. But like you said, everybody that responded to our call for that was very receptive. There's always a few people at the end there's a few that haven't responded yet, which I assume there's probably some issues or they're still a little skeptical about it. So, but we're keeping an eye out for them and hopefully get them in compliance then too at that point. So,
Well, thanks a lot, Doug.
yep, thank you.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, we're about to go to a closed session for a while. Could I ask, did you have something to present during?
If I could take 3 minutes, that would be fantastic.
Okay, we'll go back to citizen participation. If you could come up and say your name and your address, and then, because I didn't want to make you wait outside for the next half hour.
Thank you very much. My name is Kathy Kostock, and I am your Walworth County Register of Deeds. So I just wanted to come in and say hello. I was appointed earlier this year and have been spending the last several months visiting local town and village meetings and municipalities, and just to, again, introduce myself. Been in the role, as I said, was appointed earlier this year, and learning lots. I come from a background in real estate and banking and accounting, so that really dovetails into everything that I'm doing there. And one thing that I wanted to make you aware of and to let your citizens of your community know about is something that has been on the rise, and that's property fraud. We've not had any particular incidents that we're aware of at the Register of Deeds office, but we do have something that's available to everyone that is a property owner here in Walworth County for free, and that is something called land notifications. It is a simple portal that you can register with through the Register of Deeds office, and again, that's on the county website, where it would allow you to receive notifications if there's anything that gets recorded under your name. It's a little bit of closing the barn doors after the horse is out, because the document will have already been recorded, but at least it gives you the opportunity to check on it, find out what it is, see if it's something that's legitimate, see if it's something that's fraudulent, and take necessary action if you should need to. That's it. I do have a brochure available. I can pass them out here, leave them available for your clerk if you want to point it on your website, and go from there. I thank you very
Yes.
much for your time.
Thank you for coming.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to get that on our website if we could, a link to that, if Chelsea could do that. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. I think we can now, we'll kick John out. John was going to be here no matter what, so we'll kick him out. Everybody else, I think, can stay for closed session. So I will make a motion to adjourn to closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 1985. E, for the purpose of deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, investing of public funds, or the conducting of other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require closed session, pro forma review and associated development agreement terms, TID 5.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
President Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee Alexander.
Yes.
Trustee Holm. Yes. Trustee Nugent. Yes. Trustee Renucci.
Yes.
Trustee Smalley.
Yes.
Trustee Wisniewski.
Yes.
Kayla and Keith, thank you for your patience. So if anybody in the room is concerned the streaming is off, even though the cameras are on, because we have Keith from, we need to make sure that